we have already going to finish this chapter, French Revolution. As you have seen, we have started the French Revolution from the accession of Louis XVI to execution of Louis XVI. So in between that, all the events we have read, completed, how Louis XVI he was spending his luxurious life. Then we have read the French society. Then we have read about the drafting of the constitution, the meeting of the States General. So everything in detail we have read. Finally, also we have read that Napoleon Bonaparte, he became a dictator. Then now we will come to the end of the topic. And also we have read about the role of women in the French Revolution, how they have participated in the French Revolution. Finally, today's topic is the abolition of slavery, how slavery was started, and during the 16th and 17th century, slavery was adopted by the during the colonial rule, like in French colony, France was having the colonies, Great Britain was having the colonies. So in the colonies, to do all the works, they were taking all the slaves from the African countries. So now we will read about how in France the slavery system was abolished. So abolition of the slavery, first of all, during the Jacobin government, they have done a social reform and to abolish slavery in French colonies. Then the French needed workers. Why they need the slave? To do the works in the French colonies. But the Europeans did not want to work in far-flung areas, so they started a three-way trade in slave between Europe, Africa and America in the 17th century. So the slave trade started in 17th century, and when this trade started in between Europe, Africa and America, this was known as triangular slave trade. Then throughout the 18th century in France, the National Assembly held long debates about the rights of men should be extended to all French subjects. And finally, in 1794, the convention legislated to free all slaves in the French overseas possessions. But it was for a short-term period, only for 10 years. Again, when Napoleon came to power, he reintroduced the slavery to please the plantation owners, because all the plantation owners, they need people to work in their field, so they need the slaves. And those slaves were known as African Negroes. And finally, the slavery was abolished in French colonies in 1848. The next is the result or the consequence, which is very important, which is most important portion of this chapter. So the revolution and everyday life. The years following 1789 in France saw many changes in the lives of men, women and children, as we have already discussed. Then second one is one important law that came into effect after the storming of the Bastille in the summer of 1789 was the abolition of censorship. Previously, whatever thing was happened in the country, everything was taken permission from the monarchy. But this was abolished. So with the abolition of censorship in 1789 and the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen proclaimed the freedom of speech and expression to be a natural right. So what are the things necessary for a republican country has been given to the citizen of the France. Then freedom of press enabled voicing of opinions and counter opinions. Now the people of France can express their views, express their opinions through writings like in newspapers, the leaflets, they can express their opinions. Then art flourished in the form of plays, songs and festive processions. Everywhere the people got the liberty to celebrate their or to express their views, opinions and celebrate their functions, and it attracted which attracted a large number of people. So many people, they now, though they got the liberty and equality, so they enjoyed. So finally, the idea of liberty and democratic rights were the most important legacy of the French Revolution. So for conclusion, so in 1804, Napoleon again crowned himself Emperor of the France. After the fall of the Jacobin Club or Jacobin government, Napoleon he was a military dictator. But in 1804, he declared himself as a emperor. And he also conquered neighboring European countries and dispossessed dynasties. He also attacked Russia. And he was also regarded as one of the modernizer of Europe, and also introduced many laws. The protection of private properties and a uniform system of weights and measures provided by the decimal systems. Some laws were also introduced by Napoleon for the benefit of the people, for the benefit of the citizens. And finally, he was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. And the idea of liberty and democratic rights were the most important legacy of the French Revolution, which spread all over the Europe, which I have already, before starting the lesson also, I have already told that French Revolution was one of the important revolution, and the idea of revolution also spread all over the Europe as well as all over the world. In India also, Tipu Sultan and Raja Ram Mohan Rai, both of them were also inspired with the ideas of liberty and equality of French Revolution. So this is the end of our topic, French Revolution, where we have read from in detail. We have read. If you are having any doubt, then we can discuss again. Also, we can discuss the doubts. Then we'll go to the mind map. If you see the mind map, you can get an overall picture of the topic. Two mind maps are there. Two mind maps are there. Two mind maps are there. First mind map is about the French society. Already we have read. First state, clergy is included. Second state, nobility. Then third state, all businessmen, merchants, peasants, landless laborers. Then the philosophers. Three philosophers we have already discussed. Their books they have written, the two treatises of the government. Here Rousseau, social contract theory. Montesquieu, the spirit of laws. Their ideas also it is mentioned in this mind map. So if you will see once this mind map, you can get the clear-cut picture of the French society in the late 18th century. So already we have discussed, no need to discuss, only to get the idea you can see this one. First one we have seen the society. This one is the outbreak of the French Revolution. Here see the meeting was called by the Louis XVI on 5th May, and the first state, second state, they sent 600 representatives, whereas third state they sent 600 representatives, first and second they sent 300 representatives. Then the formation of National Assembly on 20th June. Then completion of the drafting of the Constitution. And what they have drafted? They have drafted the Declaration of the Rights of the Man and Citizen. Then France becomes a constitutional monarchy. We have already then negotiation with the kings of Prussia and declaration of war. Then the war was there. Then formation of the Jacobin Club, the reign of terror, which we have discussed 1 year from 1793 to 1794. Then France becomes a republic. Then execution of the Louis XVI. So this was the end of the French Revolution. So two mind maps were there. With these two mind maps, we can get the clear picture, or everything can be understood with these two mind maps. So we have already finished the topic chapter. So that's all.